Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Hello, hello. I wasn't talking to you, Tova. I wasn't talking to you, Tova. Yeah. Oh, I know it. Oh, I know it. Hello. You're finally catching a live, Kristen. I know. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Okay. Well, then will you finish uploading? Weird. Hey, hello. I'm finally getting a Sunday night shadow work. Finally, for last. It's kind of a weird thing. How's Bree doing? Bree is getting better. She's definitely been sore. I'm trying to make sure I download some lives that I did in February, and I left it to go out to the barn and do chores and come back and doing this. So, Facebook is threatening to delete lives because it's hit the 30-day mark, and so I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'm working on it. So, and YouTube is taking freaking forever to upload something. So, but Bree, oh, wrong button. Oh. Okay. Somebody was messaging me, like, I was like, okay. So, but Bree was trotting through the house and still limping on her one side, and so she's still sore. We're still making sure she gets her medications, and you know, trying to help ease her through all of that. Nails done. I did them. I finally did my fingernails. They're not perfect. You can see how, like, yeah, but they're finally done. They're supposed to be, what was it? Peppermint cocoa is what the bottle is called, the color. And I did them on the road with Dad. I did them in the truck. My polish, I think, is still out in the truck. I should go get that before it freezes. Yeah. The guy has not come back to say anything about his truck. I don't really know what he thinks he's going to get out of, like, you know, hitting somebody else's dog. Like, come on here. So yeah, I don't know. He has not come back asking for us to pay for his bumper. Like, I don't understand why you would do that, but hey, Darlene, how we doing? Yeah, so we did the trip yesterday, right, with Dad, and went and got the trailer axle. Yes, she's up and about. It is a good sign. Yeah, exactly. Huh, Bree? Bree? Not Tova. Bree, come. She's like, do I have to? Do I have to? Come here, Bree. Come here. Oh, yeah, you can see her. There she is. There's my beautiful. Shut up. Jealous much? Jealous much? Yeah. So there's Bree. You good girl. Yes. Ah. Okay. Good dog. Mwah. Okay, you can go lay down. Go lay down. Not right where my... Okay, good girl. Hello, Tamara. Exactly. Exactly. You know, he has his own car insurance and work insurance that covers that stuff. Hey Jane. You know, it was a company truck. It literally says shoot. I had it earlier today. Something light. Not Starlight. Something light construction. It starts with an S. It's S something light construction. I'll see the truck tomorrow because he runs the road. He literally runs this road. So I'll find it. But it's a company truck. Like, the company is going to pay for the truck and everything. Don't tell him you hit a dog. Tell him you hit a raccoon or a possum or something. So yeah. But Bree's doing fine, thankfully. But yeah. So yes, Dad and I did a road trip yesterday. It's one of the print fails. Yeah. I read the message that I was looking for something sharp. I read the message that oh, is that what Hannah's doing? I saw that she was starting to be on, and I was like, well, I promised a Shadow Work Live, so I'm gonna do that. But good luck with that, Christine. I hope you guys can. I hope you can keep up with both. Hi Ellen. How are you? I saw Pat's comment about wanting to buy the print fails. So I know Ellie's going to get one, but this is one of the other ones. See, his mouth isn't quite right. It doesn't match. We're having a leveling issue with the Charmanders. And we're not sure what it is. Like, it prints the bottom pretty good, and then it's like it forgets where it's printing, and it's offsetting. Like, here's its front arm, and there's its front arm. And here's its hind leg, and then here's its hind leg. Like, these are supposed to match up. Like, there's a gap there, and we're not, but the tail print's mostly okay. Like, there's definitely a print. So there's no joints. It won't flex. It's literally a lying, sleeping Charmander. So we're not sure what's going on. Like, we printed 2 of our spike dragons. We printed one in red and we printed one in blue. And they've turned out fine with no issues. So we're not sure what's going on. No, well, in person, this is definitely the orange for a Charmander. So, but I mean, if Pat wants them, you know, I have no problems. I dug them out of Jim's got a little trash bucket for his failed prints or the garbage stuff. Hello! I can't say her name, Shannon, but hello! I'm doing well, Ellen. I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. So I just thought, I knew I was going to chit-chat with you guys for a little bit the first part, so I was going to pick at the bottom of the failed Charmander. It's got to be Christine. That's what we're wondering too, but we shall see. Kids are going to bed, and I didn't hear a good thing. They've been a little Ava. Well, hello there. The kids have been a little bit much today. So, yeah. Has it ever printed correctly? Yes, they have. They actually have printed correctly in the past. And like I said, we're not sure why they're not now. I mean, we've had no issues before, but I don't know. We're going to keep trying. He's trying to do diagnostics for it. And so we'll see how well it works. Because I have a Flexi. The kids have a Flexi. Yeah, we've sold a Flexi. And I'm not sure why he's not working. It's weird. Oh, he partially moves. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, well, we had some news today on the farm. It is a cute spelling. You're right, Kristen. So Dad and I got the axles yesterday. They are used axles. We still have the new one coming in for the horse trailer. They came off of a Featherlight stock for a guy, I guess, that he hauls livestock, and he can't even change his own tire on the side of the road. Go figure. So the guy was doing a long trip, and the mechanic was like, I'm not having you go without like everything being ready in tip-top shape and everything. So he bought all new axles and put on the trailer. He new tires, new axles, new stuff like that. Oh, Lori, I understand. We're going to figure it out one way or the other, but if you have a deadline that you need to have these by, like, let me know and we'll make sure we get something out. Everything else is printed, but the Charmanders. We're going to try a couple more rounds first. It's fine. We'll deal with it. And I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck today. It's okay. It's okay. But if you have a deadline that everything's got to be out, like, let us know and I'll just ship out everything else first for you. I know there's a bunch of people trying to get stuff for Easter. Jim's working on it. He's trying to get a couple of clean print files to go. And trying to see if we can figure out what's going on. He had one other failed print today. That was something else. So, but we think that was a contact issue. So we'll see how this goes. But we'll stay in contact for sure. So, oh, well, it's okay. We'll get it taken care of. So in the meantime, while Dad and I were out picking up the trailer axles, Genevieve, I'm jealous. It rained all day yesterday. We had sunshine today, though. We stopped and looked at a horse trailer. That was kind of like an hour further out from where we had to pick up the axles. But it was still like 4.5 hours to get there. So we went and looked at a Axis 3-horse slant. It has living quarters on the front. So like if I had to, if we're hauling or if we're doing a long distance, like we have to, if we had to go to Texas again and go get another one and say I got tired and whoever was with me, we could stop off, crawl up in the front part of the gooseneck and fall asleep. So, you know, that's kind of nice. Oh, see, he's losing his hand. But we looked at the trailer. The trailer is in solid shape. It's hello, Penny. Hi.
Hi.
Solid frame underneath. Dad crawled underneath and looked at the frame and looked at all the rails and the axles. Everything looks good under there. We checked the tires. Tires are like brand new last year, she said. Nothing's leaking and the walls aren't falling apart. So I offered her what we thought that the bank was going to give us on the loan, and then see if she would take like a donation, tax deducts donation type slip from the rescue for like the difference. But she said she'd think about it to let us know. She said to keep in touch. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, you know, fingers crossed on that. That'd be great. But today we had some good stuff happen down here at the farm. So many of you guys know that there's been a stall in the front of the barn, which is in the quarantine section, that has not been touched since, I don't know when. Well, it got cleaned today, but not by the person who dirtied it. My dad had some neighbors come down and they stripped that stall. It filled the manure spreader. Dad backed the manure spreader up to the door and they filled the frickin' manure spreader full with that stall. But it's clean. It is clean. It is stripped. It has new sawdust in it, and there's a quarantine horse. So we had a new quarantine horse come over from the bailout over at the dealer's place, and there's a paying quarantine horse, thankfully, a little extra income, and so he's going to be here for a month, and then he's going on to Massachusetts. And in other news, I got Scarlett adopted today. So Scarlett will be moving probably by the end of the week to her new home in Massachusetts. So we're really super excited about that. It's another rescue. It's another 501c3 rescue out in Massachusetts. And they know that she cannot be rode. They know she can't be drove. That's not what they're looking for. They wanted a horse that would just be. And I sent them links for Scarlett. I sent them links for Twist. I sent them links for Morgan and Baron. And they picked Scarlett out of all of them. So she will be going to her new home by the end of the week. So we're really super excited for that. I talked to her on the phone for like an hour this afternoon, and we talked about like her setup, and we talked about all of her donors. She has a sponsor that's going to help sponsor her and take care of her while pay for her expenses while she's at their rescue sanctuary. Actually, it's a sanctuary, not a rescue. Yeah, so we're really excited and really happy. It's somebody I've worked with that they actually not adopted, but they bailed out some horses when I was running the bailout, and we connected. And I reached out to her today. There's a whole nother backstory to that I'm not going to share on the public. I'll put that on the After Dark with the subscribers. But yeah, so yay for Scarlett. We're excited. So we'll see. I have Colleen coming this week. We're going to get our health certificate done. We're going to make sure her vaccines are up, boosted, and ready to go. We're going to make sure that her teeth are done on Thursday before she leaves. So we're excited. I told Paul he'd be okay to get up and go down the road, but not for hours or many miles. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Morgan's a nice horse. We're in Massachusetts. I could tell you if you give me a second. Unless Ellie pulls it up faster than I do. What was her name? I am in the wrong Facebook profile. But I need to stay in this profile. Gosh darn it.
I wish you had another device that could do it.
Gosh, wouldn't that be amazing if I did?
Like a tablet or something.
Like a tablet or something. Do we have it nearby?
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was out here.
I don't think that's it. No, that's not the right name. Oh, son of God. Well, we'll find it. Because I don't have it right at hand. And I've got a couple of tabs open up on my computer I don't want to disturb. Actually, I wonder if I could do this. Try this one. Ha! Ha! Hang on, I think I got it. Place is called Liberty Farms. And she sent me her website earlier. Wrong messenger. You know what? I sent it to you, Ellie. No, too far. No, too far. Well, like I said, there is a backstory to it. I am looking in the wrong section. All right, well, she told me where it was. And was it Warren? I think it was Warren, Massachusetts. Does that sound like a kind of a poor section of town? Ellie, it is not loaded in my messenger. Gosh darn it. Facebook is failing. It is not anything to do with the devices.
No, I was going to say, tell the community the name of the place and they'll look it up for you.
We said it's Liberty Farms.
They'll look it up in 2 seconds.
Probably, yeah. My Facebook is not keeping up to date on my computer versus my phone. So, I think she said it was Warren, Massachusetts. She said it was not the high dollar area, but she had a lot of high dollar sponsors because she gets a lot of rich sponsors in. We did talk quite a bit on the phone about that. She's going to try to help with some networking out their direction. And she says probably the lady that's going to sponsor Scarlett would actually try to help with some of the funding or, sponsoring and donations and stuff down here as well. So I don't know. I mean, there, Ellie posted the link. Thank you, Ellie. It wouldn't come up for me. But she was pretty willing to help, share her donors and share her network and share stuff like that. And I said, well, that would be awesome because, I don't live in a rich area. I mean, we have some doctors and we have some lawyers, but a lot of them are phasing out. Pat, yes, you did hear right. Scarlett has an adoption home. Yep, we're excited for her. We just don't live in an area that has that type of network. We have a lot of people that actually the local companies, all the big name companies are leaving. We had a bread store or bread factory, and it was just bought out last year and closed. They took the recipe and ran pretty much. And so like everybody there is just trying to do, all that. So it's pretty sad, but, thanks, Amber. Warren, Massachusetts. Yeah. See, it does stick somewhere in there sometimes. I saw on another rescue page, they have a foal with 3 legs. Just curious what your opinion. Yeah. So that foal came up in a group chat that I'm a part of, and there was definitely a split opinion on that foal. But let me get to that, Genevieve, in a second. So yes, either way, Liberty Farms and Karen is her name, and we're gonna stay in touch. They want to come visit us. I said, well, I've got to haul a horse to Massachusetts in a month. I'll probably stop in and visit with you guys. She sent me pictures of the bailouts that she had gotten when we worked with them before. And so, I'm really super excited for Scarlett. So, and I said, rescue networking is huge because if we can all work together. And I explained to her, I said, I've already started trying to talk with a couple of the other big rescues or sanctuaries that we worked with before in developing some sort of cohesive rescue network that all we're worrying about is making sure the horses have safe places. That's the biggest important thing. And I explained to her, we've been trying to, build our expansion for 9 stalls. And, we're having a hard time with it. And she was saying that her network, they built her a barn. And then a network beyond that she's connected with, they built her an even bigger, $1 million barn. And I was like, I can't get that. I can't get that. And she was like, I'll help you. I was like, that would be amazing if we could just work together and help the horses. So thanks, Mel. Thank you. Oh man, that's the scary one, Mel. Asking for lots of updates. Yeah, I absolutely will. I mean, she sent me some updates. And I can share them over, but I will share the link to the Where Are They Now, and so she can keep them all posted. So yeah. So Genevieve, you're asking about the 3-legged foal. I know who has the foal that you're talking about, and I also know that there was a secondary video that was shared out by somebody like Hispanic Cowboy, which I did not appreciate that video whatsoever, to be honest with you. That foal in the second video that was shared out around the same because of the this foal. For context, Nicole, Scarlett got adopted, so she'll be leaving by the end of the week. So for context for people that don't know about the three-legged foal that got posted, one of the big rescues in the country, I'm not going to name them because they got some major backlash over it, and I think it's stupid. But as we all know, the horse world can be vicious and be very cruel with each other. And you guys have seen it. We've all seen it. You probably have lived through some of it. It's crazy. And they got a foal that was donated as an owner surrender to their rescue because the mare was, I guess they didn't know the mare was pregnant by the owner. And the foal, I guess, was born with 3 legs. He was not, nothing happened, to make it become 3-legged other than it was born with that. And so the horse itself did not, the foal itself does not know that it's any different other than it can't run as quickly as, say, everybody else around it. And probably is a little bit harder to get around, but the shoulder development is different so that it actually is more of a tripod type leg than the other one that I saw in the secondary video where it actually was more of like a peg leg versus, the tripod. My opinion on that, and again, it's my opinion and not anything else, is that there's not a long-term quality of life issue for that foal. Sure, you can make it happy and comfortable now, probably give it a good 3-4 months. But that's a lot of weight for a single leg to be carrying as the foal grows. You got to remember, almost 60%, 60 to 80%, depending on, the breed and the draft, I'm thinking of draft horses. Depending on the breed and the style and the conformation of said animal, they're carrying anywhere between 60 to 80% of their weight on their front end. That's a lot of weight for a single leg to carry. And I know that they were turning it into a bucket foal. They were looking for a nurse mare because of the backlash. The nurse mare backed out. And I get it. Like, they were posting it because of like, hey, look, this is what's going on. And instead people were like, oh, you're posting it just to get views and donations. And I think that's stupid. But I understand because I've also had that backlash before. And it's stupid and dumb. So we kind of have to be careful of what we post out there to the public sometimes. But beyond that, they were trying to do right by said animal, and so good on them for that part of it. But again, there is no long-term good positive health benefits for keeping the unfortunate 3-legged foal alive for a long period of time. As that foal grows older, as it grows, it's going to grow heavier, and that leg, and especially those tendons, are going to be carrying more, and it's just going to drop, and you're going to see DSLD and extend oh my god, the tendons are going to be stretched. I couldn't get the word out. The tendons are just going to be stretched beyond, and they're not going to have support structures to that. And so, I mean, the foal's lucky if it has a year, in my opinion. So, but you go till it can stay comfortable enough to be okay. That's it, So there's that. That's my opinion of said tripod foal. Yeah. Yes. Hey, Tina. Good luck. You guys just send some prayers towards Tina's direction. She's got a family emergency going on tonight. So that's what it was. Hyperextension. I got extended, and I'm trying to get the extensions, and I couldn't get it. Ellie's like, yeah, I got you. So, I was doing a lot of packing today, and I came across a sticker, which is very appropriate for today and everything else. And the sticker itself says, "I'm not great at advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?" And the other one that I had to share real fast and leading up to things tonight is, being a functional adult every day seems a bit excessive. So yeah, it sucks. I don't want an adult. I hate adulting. Adulting sucks. It's the hardest part of dealing with just being around. Yeah, you're welcome, Genevieve. Like I said, I don't mind sharing opinions. I don't mind sharing any of that stuff. It's doing labs now look good if she can go home and follow up with therapy. Well, hopefully it works out, Tina. I know it's scary and terrifying. Yeah. But it's not easy being where we're at. And I know for those people that watched that watched my live Saturday morning when I was talking about how I just needed to vent and I just wanted to just kind of put it out there of like this there's so much going on here that unless you sat here and like we talked and like went through every little freaking detail, you'd have no idea how much is going on down here behind the screen. Nobody, I think, has any idea or any clue of how much is going on back here. And you know, the biggest part is making sure we have a support structure. And I know that's a big thing when I'm talking with my counselor and she's worried about certain things happening. And if I offload all of the details of what's going on in my life and never heard of a three-legged horse and didn't realize it's different from a three-legged dog. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Dogs still are built very similar to horses. I mean, that's the reason that the Native Americans called them a big dog. You know, Native Americans had never seen horses before until the Spanish brought them over, and you know, because horses are not native to the United States, or thanks, Ellie. I was good until Genevieve had me continue, but that's okay. Sorry, we're good. I'm getting better at them. Emily, I can't get onto comments, but I am watching. Well, Shannon, I can see you. I can see your comments. You know, Native Americans had never seen horses, and so they call them big dogs. And dogs are still built the same way. You know, they carry 65-70% of weight on their front end, but they're not nearly as big in muscle mass and structure. So there's, you know, but they have also 4 toes. 4 toes? 5 toes. Cats are 5. Dogs are 4. Claws. 4 toes. And so they distribute the weight across their 4 toes better than, say, how horses are built, where they're walking on a single toe. And so that makes a weight distribution difference in it all too. And so that's the big difference between a 3-legged dog and a 3-legged horse is the toe weight distribution. Confirmation. Anatomical structure makes a big difference on these guys. So, but yeah, that's really the big difference is the toes. But the support structures at home and within your life is huge. And for the shadow work stuff tonight, I mean, that's actually what the page is talking about tonight, is your support level. I'm sorry, I'm like the guy at the post office. My Facebook has no drama. You make it all spicy. Fair enough. I'm with you on that, Genevieve. I have all the drama. Okay. Oh man, I heard something yesterday too. That's a whole nother story. But that's an after dark story. Yeah. Unless it's polydactyl cat. True. Very true, Mel. Right. Unless they're polydactyl and they have 7 toes and they're creepy cats. Well, my cat had 7 toes on 1 foot. The other drama that popped up yesterday was just real quick was that The bailout was taken away from me because my barn was so full of disease. That's yes, I know, D, we are due for an after dark. Not tonight, because I can see this is going to run long. That might have to be tomorrow afternoon type of thing. Because I only have a week left before I start my CDL stuff. So yeah. And then might have to be after dark talks on the way home. But yeah, the bailout was taken away from me because the barns were full of disease and too dirty and this and I was like, I quit the bailout. And I told the bailout to get out. So good luck with that. Just saying. So that's the other drama. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So yeah. Yeah, that's what they gave me as the excuse. D, I'll tell you in the after dark, or I'll text it to you later. But yeah. Yep, that's what I was told yesterday. So. Oh yeah. But anyway. Hope for a live sale soon. Man, I can't get through anything. That's okay. I don't mind. I got through a lot of the stuff today. That is annoying. Yes, it is. Yeah, cough. I got through a lot of stuff today. Oh, I forgot the tack box. Christine, I was ready to get yours done tonight. Figures, doesn't it? I have a crud ton of stuff. I saw disease. Her name started with an M. No, it wasn't. Well, okay. It wasn't her name in the messages of stuff, but I could believe. No, I don't think she would. I don't think the people would have believed her, though. Can't count how many mine's got. She won't keep still long enough for me to count. Oh, nice. Your cat. Yeah. But I did get through a whole bunch of boxes that are all packed. Most of the invoices are out. If you're still missing an invoice, I probably haven't gotten through it all, but you can always check and ask. Christine's, yours will be done tonight. I promise that. But probably by next week. I think this week we'll be able to have a sale. So yes, Nicole, they do have a Facebook. I will send it to you because you have to friend their Facebook account. They don't have a business or like a regular page or a group or anything. It actually is like a separate profile. You have to friend it. So, oh, Corinne, yay! I tried to pack them nicely. I got some new bags and stuff in, so yeah, it's cool. Oh, I gotta put one. Okay. So yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything more in there so I can continue with the, you can print a PDF if I can send you. Yes, I can. Yep, absolutely I can, Christine. Yep, my printer works. It's got a weird blue dotted thing going through it right now, but I think I gotta clean the rollers on it, but yeah. And there's the tax sale. No, I'm not ready to do a tax sale yet. So Wanda, usually I do Friday night sales, and I have stuff like jewelry. Like I had some jewelry donated that was made, and we sold donated jewelry. Or I found these cute little Lego plants, so I sell those. Or, ooh, you want to see the new stuff? Really quick, one more thing. Or these things. Look how cute he is. I'm keeping this one. But I ordered more already because I knew some people would want it. It's a Blue Highland stuffy. I pulled it out of the bag and I was like, oh my God, I've got to keep him. So yeah. So no, I sell little trinkety things for a little extra I buy stuff off of Temu and I turn around and resell it. So that's what the sale is. So Friday night I'll probably have another sale. So tax sale probably won't be for another month. But all right. The real reason that we're sitting here talking more than anything other than updates and keeping up and chit-chatting with you all, because I freaking love doing that stuff. Actually, you know what? A good segue back into this is that you guys are my support system. Mostly. Mostly. Hello, Dwayne. I like to sit here and chit chat and talk to you guys because you really are kind of like my outlet. You are kind of like my support system. At least your barn's getting cleaned up and cleaned out. That is fact. That is fact. I was looking at the stuff. I'm never gonna get to it. That's okay. That's okay. We just sit here and chit chat all night long. I was looking at. I got all of that hay. Do you want that coin? Sure, Mel. That'd be great. Yes, I will link the Liberty Farms page for all of you guys. Yep. Oh, Kylie, thank you for the stars. I appreciate you. Tack. Yes. So as I was cleaning up the last of the hay chaff that was on the barn floor this morning, and finding more screws and stuff that got lost, which is why I had the magnet roller going on. And you are mine in more than one. Oh, well, thank you, Shannon. I was looking at all the tack that I had left to sell and get rid of, and I was going, okay, well, this is at least more manageable than it was. Thanks to everybody here. Appreciate you. And you guys are family. Oh, activated star party. Steph, thank you. I was like, okay, well, I could at least move the stuff into the tack room that I have, and then I could start kind of like making my way through what I already do have. Thanks, Corinne and Wanda. Thank you. Oh, Wanda got my favorite. Oh, second favorite. This is the bunny and cat ears. I was like, okay, so I can start making this tack room a little bit more manageable and start actually going through it a little bit by little bit and individually, and that way I can start picking out more of what I can get rid of and what I can keep and things like that. And so, oh, well, thanks, Mel. I appreciate that. Yeah, you didn't have to, but I appreciate it. And thank you. Oh, Ellie, thank you. You definitely, since last year and all the stuff that you and I went through with our board and Linda, thanks. I love the ears. They're the best. Wanda got it again. Come on, Facebook. But with everything that's that went on last year, and Ellie saw all of the stuff on the backside and all the stuff with Megan and all the stuff that happened. Like, what a shit show that was. Yeah, so no, Ellie is definitely in my support system at this point in time. Megan, you're more than happy to talk to you. I talked to Sam overseas, not so much lately, and my bad on that for Sam, but yeah, you guys got 2.5 minutes left. But I feel bad but she sends a lot of voice messages, and it's hard to keep up with voice messages when I'm trying to get work done. Lori, thank you. You guys did it. You guys rock. I appreciate you all. I really do. Oh, Tina, I know. You and I have had long hours talking about stuff. And I think out of anybody here, I think Tina has the most idea. Can you ask Liam and Lily for 4 names for my new birds? My house sitter just let me know I have 4 babies and 4 new abused birds. Aww. Yeah. They're in bed right now, but when they get up, I'll talk to them in the morning. Sure, Shannon. Yeah, we'll get those names for you. Thank you. I got a photo of you with the bunny ears. No, that's cool. My hands are fidgety tonight. I'm sorry. I didn't take my meds. She ignores my calls. I do not. We talked on the road yesterday. Texted. We texted on the road yesterday. But I mean, having that support system is huge. And like I was saying with my counselor, like when I have a lot going on, like she's always like, right, you know, you've got somebody to talk to, right? Because I'm not always, you know, she's not always available. And I was like, I talk to my people. I tell her it's called feeding the masses, and she laughs. And I'm like, I talk to the people. I turn on a live and I start talking to them when I really have a moment sometimes, or I talk to like this group chat that I'm in. You know, we just sit there and we share things. And when it's stuff that I'm like having problems with, like with the really, really deep personal stuff, like massive personal stuff, like I don't really have that outlet just yet. Like I don't have that like type of, and actually Ellie hit it on no, it wasn't Ellie that I was talking to, it was Stacy. Strangely enough, there's somebody just texted me, how are you holding up? Like, he's about the only person that I can right now, but that's not even, yeah. Anyway, you know, you always have that like one bestie. You have like that one super, like really super connected person that you're like, okay, we can go out and party. We can go out and do this. We can only do that. And the only time we want the M to stick around or when we feed what we end up with asses. It's feed the masses in a loving manner, okay? Because it turns into a fun thing typically. Or like on Saturday morning where I was like, I just need to vent. It's a loving feed the masses, I promise. But you know, you have to have that one person that like you connect on a majorly massive other level. And hello, Susan. And I don't have that. I don't have that. I'm working on it, but that's a trust issue thing. It's a massive trust issue thing. Like there's a couple of people who are like right at that edge. They're like right there at that edge. And it's just like, I trust you. Really, I really trust you. But there's still a little bit needed more to that rapport, right? There's just that one little extra level to that rapport. And it's like, why? Most people hate me. Megan, I feel that. I definitely understand. I've been there. I am there. I am that person, right? Where it's like I'm not liked. You know, I was uninvited from the horse shows because I ran the bailout. Legit. Uninvited. I've told that story before. And since I've become more verbal about standing up for myself now, because I'm not going to take it anymore, people haven't liked that change in me. And there's definitely been some horse people where I'm like, you just go to hell. Just go to hell, because I'm not tolerating this anymore, and I don't care. Go ahead, spread your lies, spread your rumors, spread your bullshit. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to fit into your mold. I don't care. I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to be your judgment and your jury and your like, I'm going to just follow around like the cliquey girls in the high school. No. Screw that. That's most of the horse world. Yeah, Pam. Yeah, it is. It is most of the horse world. And it's dumb. Okay? The horse world, of those of us that don't want to follow around and play in those freaking cliques, need to just like, we're standing up. We're standing up against you. Grow up. We're not in high school anymore. We're here for ourselves. We're not here for you. We're not here for anybody else. We're here for ourselves with our animals, our horses, our kids, our whatever. I'll be the first one to come right out and say, I don't have any money. But you know what? I'm here. I'm here at this show. I'm here at this barrel race. I'm here at this hunter jumper. I'm here at this dressage test. Because, you know what? I have a horse I can do it with. That I trust that I can do it with. Or that I trust that I can stay on because I'm training said horse to be here to do it with. Or I trust that horse with my kid. We're here to have a good time for ourselves. If you have a problem with that, then you can just keep right on walking. And I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not taking it anymore. You can't tell me what to do. My horse, my money, my trailer, my equipment, my whatever. Move on. Go find somebody else. You want to talk to me? Talk about me? I don't care. Talk about me. You wouldn't be the first. And then I've kind of developed that type of attitude with the horse people around here that want to be cliquey and feel like that you're not wanted and not loved and not anything like that. Like, find your happiness. Find your whatever. So what? That's what I love about you, right? Yeah, exactly, Tina. Tina's right. We can arrange it. So let's go on a trail ride, you know? Need to come over and go riding with you. Well, you know what, you guys? If anybody needs to come over and come trail riding with Tina and I and Megan, like, okay, well, I'm going to have to ride Tenet till I get him stuck from running people under trees. But, you know, there's Tenet, there's Critter, there's Banjo, there's Morgan, there's Dulce, there's we got horses. We got horses. So we're gonna have to plan a day in the summer. Y'all are like, come on. I have a limit, obviously, but I mean, come on, let's go ride. You know, rise above it. My dad would say, yeah, exactly. You know, so. People have put my weight down. When horse people, you know, that's a hot thing. I saw it a lot on Facebook. I'll ride Mac. Exactly. Tina will ride Mac. Before social media, the horse world wasn't as opinionated. That's true. That is very, very true. You got that on the nail, Kristen. Yeah. Social media has uprisen the amount of know-it-alls and judgmental and stupid stuff. It's ridiculous. And weight topic comes around every year. And I have said it before and I will say it again. If you can ride and hold yourself well balanced on the back of that horse, I don't care most times. I'm obviously not going to put a 300-pound person on a 500-pound pony. Like, that's not fair. But, you know, I rode 14 hand ponies. I rode 14-2. I rode all of that. And I've stayed on. And I know how to balance myself on the back of them horses. And I can take care of that stuff. But if you're a bouncy rider and you can't hold yourself, then yeah, you probably should start out with a heavier built horse. That's the difference. But it's stupid. Okay. Weight is a sensitive topic for people. It's not easy. It's not as simple as what a lot of people think. And I've dealt with it myself. I'm still dealing with it. I keep watching this. This drives me crazy. But I know what this is attributed to. It's stress. A lot of it. Because I know when I stand up, my pants are falling off. So if my pants are falling off and I still have this, there's something else going on too. It's not just what you eat. It's what your lifestyle is. It's your stress levels. It's your whatever's going on. It's a lot of it. It's not just based off sugar and carbs and everything else. It's what's going on within your life. Stress level does it. You might have an endocrine thing going on. You know, you can't just, assume that that's the easiest thing. And that's the problem is people just, oh, well, you just stop eating your fast food and you stop doing this and you stop doing that. That's not how that works. Yeah, exactly. Dee's got that part of it. We watched them almost fall off on that live. Yeah, exactly. Cortisol and thyroid issues. It's like carrying a backpack. Can be heavy. If I spread it out, it's easier to carry. Yeah, exactly. So people in the horse world, when they talk about, weight being a problem and, you shouldn't be riding that horse and you can't do this and you get, watch me. Watch me. Horse people appreciate horses of all sizes, breeds, and colors, yet there's those ones who criticize people. It's hypocrisy. Yeah. Look, the Rainers are only 14 hands and carry 6-foot men. That's true. That's a good one. Them Rainers, they do. They like those 14-hand horses. Those quarter horses, they're short, they're stocky, they're compact. And it's always the biggest guys on them. They're like 250 pounds, 275, maybe pushing the 3. And they're like 6 foot, 5'10", and they're like gone. Stress makes you lose weight. I wish. I stress eat. I'm a stress eater. It sucks. I hate it. I try not to. I'm a menopausal. I am a menstrual eater too. Because even though I've had my fallopians now removed, and I don't have a cycle, like a physical cycle, I still have the hormonal cycle, and I still freaking eat. Like, it's ridiculous. I used to be the topic of conversation when I ride my daughter's Shetland pony. Yeah, I know. Yep. But, I mean, if you're trying to lose, obviously, yes, I know, my McDonald's french fries. I love my McDonald's french fries. Your farrier's like that? Yeah, it sucks, okay? But, I mean, weight in equestrians is the biggest judgmental load of crap. Yeah. I wish I had that problem. Yeah. What I ordered for lunch today? Pizza Hut for the kids. And they snacked all day. So. But yeah. You got to find your tribe. How does that go? You find your tribe. You surround yourself with the people that you connect with. You connect your people with, who's going to support you. And no matter what you're trying to do. And Tina made the comment about summer's almost here. I can go back to running. You're 5'4" and was worried about buying a 15 one-hand horse. Yeah, no, Stacy, you're fine. Wow, I've sent 1,650 stars tonight. How'd that happen? I've never eaten anything from McDonald's. Well, the UK is different about fast food. I know that. Good thing I want a Belgian. I don't have to worry about people saying anything about my weight. I know, right? Yeah. You're in the dance world as Lily competes. It's worse. I'm not going to encourage the competition dance, but if that's what she wants. Well, I think if you're following my lives and you're on most of the time, I think you're kind of already in the tribe, Megan. Yeah. I don't think you have to worry about that. I know what you're talking about, Emily. Me too. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? It's the worst. But, like I said, you got to find your tribe. You got to find your people. And that's your support system. And those are the people that you can talk to and not have to worry about what are you going to have to do with. And Stacy, I caught your one comment, it does take time getting into that inner circle of that trust level. And it doesn't happen right quickly. And so, I think of anybody that's currently in my close knit is probably the only one is Tina, really. she has seen and heard a few things. It is appreciated that, you know, she's probably the only one that has been able to keep that. And, you know, let me just read the thing the book says, you know, do you feel supported by the universe? And you guys are the universe for me, by the way. You know, you guys do support me. When I come on and I start going, I'm not really trying to complain, and I'm not trying to pull at your heartstrings, and I'm not trying to do this, but I just want to say something. Chocolate's your downfall. Chocolate, actually, no. Mine is carbs. Carbs and salt. That's my downfall. Unfortunate, since our mom's death, my sister and I are very close. Yeah, I know a bunch of you guys have commented your sisters are your best friends. And that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. My sister and I are close. We're not that close. Not that close. There's 7 years difference, and there's definitely a difference of opinions on things that I cannot like open up every nitty gritty little freaking detail, you know, and that's the difference. And I love my sister. I do. I really do. Crisps and chocolate. Nom nom. Nick just woke up. Oh, no. Lime. Oh, lime. Nope. You got me at that one, Christine. You got me at that one. We're close, but like I said, my sister and I there's definitely a difference of opinion, I think, based on the age difference as well. There's 7 years between my sister and I. And she's much more conservative, like my mother, where I'm much more free outward, like my dad. Even though my dad has a conservative side. I can't swear around my dad. He gets very upset with me. He yelled at me yesterday. Do you feel supported by your higher power? And pick and insert your higher power here. You know, I know there's a couple of people that totally understand exactly where I'm at now, spiritually wise, and yeah, Stacy, exactly. You know, I think that I would have no problems reaching out spiritually to my higher power for help and assistance in a support type system, where it's like I know I can sit there mentally and talk and complain and bitch and moan, but you know, nothing's gonna absolutely change. But you can vent as much as you'd like. Do you feel supported by others? And in the activity or the practice tonight is about making a list of those that you know 100% that you can count on if you truly needed something. You guys, I know there's somebody out of the 3,000 or 2,000 or whatever I have on here, and the 40 now that are watching, that it was 52. I keep track. I watch. I watch your comments. I may not respond to every one of them, but I watch the comments and I know who's there. And those of you that reach out to me individually, I know that if I came on here like I did the one time where I got stuck in Syracuse on the bailout page, that I could reach out and go, I need help. Some of you guys followed through, and that's amazing, and I appreciate that. That's huge, to knowing that there's an online network for me to be able to reach out and go, you guys are awesome, thank you, and you go, I need help. I legit, I need this. Like I did that time in Syracuse. I got on and I was like, I'm not asking for anything other than help getting myself like safe, secure, and out of Syracuse. My truck broke down. I have three? Yeah, because I had a couple of ponies. Yeah, Kristen, I know what you're talking. I got that. I need to get my trailer home. I need to get these ponies home. I need to get my truck home. I'm stuck. Help. On a Friday night, no less. You know, and having that 100% like connection of something you know, have fun, Charlene. Genevieve's got 3 people. Ellen's got your brother and your older sister. Your younger, not so much. I wish I had eyes to see who comes in this lives and leaves. Yeah, there's no way of doing that, D. I just watch the number go up and down. I have a total of like 3 little icons at the top one corner that I can kind of see pictures and memorize some pictures, profile pictures, and that's about it. I can't see like a full list. It doesn't tell me that, but that's okay. I don't need it. I have more close friends online than I do in real life. Yes. Yes, I do too. You guys are, there's more of you guys on here than I actually know in real life that I can sit and talk to, and that's sad. Sad. My higher power deserted me when it took my husband one Sunday afternoon. Oh, Susan, yeah, I remember you telling me about that. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah. You do more for us than you know. I've started hearing that a lot lately. Well, let me reply. I'm the same with my family. Mom and dad are both gone. 2 brothers. Wow. See, you guys are more alike than you realize. I think I have a couple, but I withdraw that much over the last years. I'm not sure. Not as sure as I was. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I definitely had people that I thought were really, really close friends that turned out and they left what they didn't need from me here anymore. Poof. Gone. No more support network. None of that stuff. And it's sad. And it's not fair. They're the ones that care, but they're the ones that have supported my decision of going forward in the barn. True. It's true. I wouldn't say that's sad. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I can't call up one of you guys and go, hey, meet me down at the local restaurant. Let's get something to eat. Because some of you aren't local. Or I can't go, oh my God, I've got colic in the barn. I need 5 of you to help me walk the horse all night long like I did one time. I had more boarders back then. Because a lot of the time, once they leave here, they don't ever, reach out, turn back, or whatever like that. There's only been a couple that have ever done it. I know, Ellie. I know. Soon. So that part hurts. That part hurts. I saw her get sick or broke, and you'll find out who your friends are. Yeah. I hate how they just stopped everything after they left. Well, they being a multiple and many different people. Or when they leave and they leave on good terms and oh, I love you and keep me posted and this and that. And then you talk to them or you find out in 6 months that they hate your guts and you're like, what the hell just happened? That's the part that sucks. That's the part that hurts the most. And I don't get that part. So, Tina, I know you would. Be a long trip for me and you to do that. Mel, never say never. Never say never. You never know. Man, you never know. Maintain that social networking online. That's true. Well, that's why I get on here and I talk to you guys in different ways, in different formats, different topics. I was actually cleaning one of the stalls the other day and I was thinking, I think I need to set up one of those Google Meet or Google Zoom. Not Google Zoom, obviously. Zoom and Google are 2 different things. My technology doesn't like Zoom. I wish we all live in the same neighborhood. Yeah, right? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I think what we need to do is We need to set up a night where we just have like either everybody gets on Google Meet or we get on Zoom and we just grab a drink and just chat. Or Skype. Skype works too, you know. You're a little over an hour away, but that's not bad. No, Laura, you're right. An hour there, you're not that far. Thankfully, you're not that far. That can also apply to family. Very true. Very true. Yes, it does. Actually, Marguerite, yeah, that whole thing does kind of apply to family in my book. My friend got stopped by police for walking his cocky horse down the street at 2:30 in the morning. That's so dumb. Teams. Yeah. I think Ellie and I are further away than those in the UK. Yeah, but Ellie's actually moving. Let's do it. We are going to do it. It's definitely something we're going to figure out how to do because like I want to do that and I want to hear your guys' voices. Talk to me like that rather than just. So we're going to do that. We're going to set something up like that because I think that'd be fun. I don't know how we're going to do that across 30 people or 40 people or 50 people that jump on, but hey, you never know. You can jump on and not have to talk. That's okay too. It's okay too because I know some of you guys are like, I'm just going to sit and stalk the conversation. I don't want to attribute. That's okay. It's absolutely fine. You can body double like that. Like, there's definitely people out there who, if you know what body doubling is. I'm totally going way off topic of this thing, but that's okay because I'm kind of going down the right way. We could chat or play cards all online. I sound like a man. So do I. This takes me away from life. I can worry about you and the horses. Yeah, that. Right. I'll just start walking you guys through the barn and you'll be sitting in your little like chairs going. Lost it. Shut up. I love you. But yeah, no, we'll have to do a group chat like that. That'd be fun. Oh, the stalkers, you stalker guys. ADHD. See, this is where I was going. I had to follow the line of thought again. But there's like, if you know what body doubling is, like that's having just another person like around so you can get a task done. Like sometimes Jim will just sit with me on the couch and I'll be able to get something done. And it's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Or sometimes like, can you body double with me so I can get through the laundry? Sure. Okay. Can I like do what I'm doing and be here? Yeah, that works. Great. You know, Mel says she loves you too.
Okay.
Mel's in the UK. She's our big donor.
It doesn't matter what kind of donor she is.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just context to who the person is.
Oh, okay.
That's how I have to describe some of you guys to him. Is like, okay, this is my donor friend out of Florida. This is our donor friend out of the UK. This is the odd couple, the one from the UK, and D, my third-party vulture, the third-party wolf that watches everything. Or Stacy with the Garnets and the Adirondacks. That's how I have to give them context who some of you guys are. But like there are definitely people who do body doubling group chats to get through stuff because they don't have everybody in the same like home or space to do that with. Oh, is that why I put on the TV? Yes, exactly. That's why you put on the TV. That's why you have background noises. It's body doubling so you can get through it. I do the same thing when I sit down through here and go through invoices. I have like Netflix or HBO Max or something going on like on a side screen, or I'll put it on even on the phone and just watch it like to get through stuff. It's exactly why you put on background noise. The TV is just on for white noise. You know, your body doubling because it helps you get through your task. It's exactly what it is. So, but group chat, either way, it'll happen at some point because I need to see faces of some of you guys because I'm dying because Facebook profiles don't do justice on some of you. But I think it'd be fun. To see the almighty support system, you know? I'm not going to finish the other part of this. We can do that on a different day because I'm enjoying the conversation where we're at so far. But you guys are really, really loved seeing you support Tammy during Stricker's Sunshine Rescues Live the other night. Apparently, you're my body double. I'm at work. Hey! Not just for you, but apparently I do it for Erica and Marie down in Pennsylvania too, because she's like, yeah, I watch you to be able to get through my work. And I was like, well, God, at least there's something. But my profile picture is me young. Well, fine. Okay, you guys don't have to have your video, but at least, fine, whatever. Kathy's like, I like watching. I was like, well, hey, good. Yeah, so Susan's talking about like a Zoom live with the Brady Bunch boxes. Exactly. We're just looking at everybody. Most of my Facebook profiles is my dog. She's good at listening and watching things while she's trying to get work done. Without it, she can't focus. Tina's right. Yeah. When I'm working in the office and I have the 4 screens going, I've got one screen, it's got like TV or something, or even music. Sometimes I have music, but mostly it's TV. And then I have like the 2 main ones, the up and down, that I work out of. And then the third one or the fourth one on the bottom is kind of like, it's there. It's just there. Sometimes I use it, but yeah. But, yeah, Susan commented about how I was on Stricker's live helping support them a little bit too. But, Tammy Stricker has kind of been an uncommon friend, or an unusual friend that I was not expecting to come around. I know that they were friends with Good Rescue Network and friends with oh my God, you guys know who I'm talking about. They're in Arkansas. We took Crash to them, and I can't remember for the life of me their names right now. And we don't talk, but us and Tammy and Strickers talk. And I like Tammy. I think she's a great person. I think she's another wonderful rescue that does a great job with what she's doing. And they were on a live the other night, and I was putting the kids to bed, and I was sitting on the stairs and waiting. And because when we put the kids to bed, I sit on the stairs and I listen probably about 10-15 minutes if they need anything. And Tammy happened to be on. They were talking about a couple of horses they had to put down. And I said, one of them ended up being dangerous. And I said to them, no health and injury is worth a horse sometimes. It's not worth it, because if they're just going to attack you and be vicious, it's why? Some horses you just can't save. Sometimes you just can't save. And so I was on there supporting Tammy's too. So, and then I know she gets on sometimes. Shepherd Mountain, thank you. Yep. And I try to watch people's lives. I try. When I have a moment, I'll get on. I've sat and stalked on Penny's. I've sat and stalked on Jody's. I've sat and stalked on a couple of Hannah's. I'm going to go back and watch some of Hannah's later, and I sit and stalked on Fairy Glenn's as well. And I watch the videos for Cruise Acres. And so, I'm around. I may not always be on all of it, but I'm around, and I try to support everybody else's as well. And that's another part of it, of developing that support network and finding your tribe. Find your horse tribe, find your people tribe, find your whatever tribe it is, and having that support system. And Strickers ended up just being an unusual connection, and it's great. I like Tammy. I like what they're doing down there, and I hope to be able to meet them at some point. So I have the TV on because it's a voice. Talk to the cats and they give me the look and walk off. Aw, Mel, come on. Me too, but shit. Right, Sarah? Yeah. So, is that what life kind of is? When I might come to visit Ellie, they might go out this way. I'm in Vermont. Hey. Jennifer, that'd be awesome. And what kind of life is that for an angry horse? No, exactly. If you have a vicious horse, and I've seen it before, I've seen nasty horses, I stalk all the time because I'm doing stuff like dishes. Yeah, well, me too. Yeah, if I've got my headphones, so you guys, sometimes I have the headphones on, and they're the wireless shocks. and they vibrate the inner ear, and I can hear that way, and it leaves the main ear itself open, so I can keep an ear out for the kids, but I can watch something and listen to that and keep an ear out for the kids at the same time. So typically if I have something like that, or if I want to watch a Facebook Live, then I'll go to like one of my more usual people. So her vet said it's most likely due to his age, he was probably in severe pain. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I didn't catch all of that. Like I just knew that there was a horse that they were having problems with. And I need more confidence coming to riding. So being in a group with the ladies. Absolutely, Megan. Being in that tribe is huge. But I caught Susan that the horse was definitely having an issue with being in pain, or being a non-sociable horse, or they were saying about how they were always providing an animal excuse. It's his hay, it's how he eats, it's the type of hay, it's this, it's that. Some of them you just can't. Sometimes people have them just so far gone from whatever they've been through and everything else that you just can't save them. Where they talk about being a man's horse versus a woman's horse. I've experienced that. I've actually had experience that. And I admitted to one of the group chats that I actually did send a horse to auction once. But mind you, my situation was different than what it is now. I didn't have a farm then. I had the 6 acres that my parents own. I was second year into college, trying to break and train a 4-year-old, unhandled, really well-bred, unfortunately, very well-bred quarter horse at 4 years old that was not broke, not anything. It had its feet done, you could lead it, you could load it. That was about it. I didn't know it, and I was going to try, and it wasn't working out. So we paid for him to go to a trainer all summer. He was there 4 months. So we gave him plenty of opportunity to learn. He was with a very well-known local reining trainer. The guy loved him, said he rode great for him, broke him out, took him on trail rides, was totally safe with that. I came up to rode him with the trainer, again, following all those proper steps, rode him with the trainer, and the horse threw me. I followed the trainer's steps, I got back on, and still, again, the trainer got on him, he rode fine. I was a woman, that was a guy, and he was like, well, maybe this really isn't just your horse. And I said, I get that. I said, it might be a men's versus a women's thing. I understand that sometimes horses have that. And then he showed that. And we took him home anyway, and we continued to try. And he was starting to become vicious towards my sister, who at the time, again, was 7 years young, who's 7 years younger than I am. I was 19 at the time, so she was 12. They're taking care of the animal while I'm away at college. I can't have my parents or my sister getting hurt out in the pasture. We didn't have a barn. We had no barn. I didn't have any arenas. I didn't have the space I have now. I don't have the facilities I have now. And we had to make the decision that it was time to just kind of cut our losses at that point in time. I couldn't put him away in a different stall. I couldn't separate him from the rest of the herd. I couldn't put him in someplace that was safer for my family to handle him. And it was a registered auction, so only registered horses could be sold at that auction. And so we told the trainer that we had hired to break him out. And the trainer took him to the auction, rode him through it, showed him everything, told him everything. Away he went. I don't know where the horse is now. I'm hoping he's somewhere safe and sound. They never transferred his registration papers, but I don't know. But his registered name was Zippos Cash. No, that was his dad. No, I think that was his registered. Zippos Cash Money? Maybe that was his dad. I don't remember. But he was a cool horse. Very well foundation bred. Like 98% foundation bred. Like, really cool. But again, it was the only horse I've ever sent to auction. But it was in a bad situation. And I couldn't have my sister getting hurt. I couldn't have my parents getting hurt and me feeling horrible while I'm away at college in pre-vet in Ohio at the time. So, yeah. And like, yeah, Susan, like you're saying, a horse like that around volunteers and kids in a rescue situation, you know, it's like that's a huge issue too. So I support them and their decision to put the horse down. I probably would have done the same thing, you know. But again, you got to show your support as well. You know, putting it out there, even just an emoji of a heart emoji or 100% emoji, or you know, you got this. You know, something uplifting. If you want to show support to somebody, you know, even that makes a huge difference. I read your comments. I read your comments. I see who puts the hearts. I see who hits the like button. I see who laughs. I see who cries. I see all that, you know, and and I know who's supportive, and I appreciate it. I know I do. Yeah, I know. When Ellie's close by, or man, this whole place is going to be a whirlwind when Ellie gets in. It's going to be good. No, it's going to be a good change with Ellie being around. I know that. That I am comfortable with that. I've asked her time and time again, are you 100% sure about this? Bareback saddle stirrups ride. Yeah, Megan. Yep. Christine, there was a horse like that in my trainer's stable. I was bit by the horse 3 times. Very pushy with women. The horse left the stables a month ago. Sold to a guy, I believe. Yeah. I've seen it. I definitely have. You know, there's horses out there like that. The time will come, Ellie. The time will come. And then you have to deal with our New York winners. Sucker! Is she going to be buying property? I don't know. That's Ellie's question, not me. I quickly sold a horse after the first time he reached over the stall door and took a chunk out of my arm. I made the decision quick due to the time Emily was a show lesson bar and didn't want anybody getting hurt. Yeah, but Tina, he's in a good spot, though. Life is an adventure. That's for sure. Sometimes they're a one-person horse. That too. That too. Yep. I've seen that as well. Should have a bonfire and cookout dish to pass. Oh, we will. I'm sure. My mother's already counting down the days till the warm heat starts hitting around here and sitting out on the bonfire and having cookouts in the backyard. So if my mother's car is in the driveway, you can pretty much guarantee there's going to be food on the grill. Yeah, Ellie has no idea what these winners are going to be getting into. So, but yeah, I mean, you've got to find your tribe, you guys. And if this is your tribe, then hey, happy to have you. As long as you're here for the good stuff. And well, I mean, you got to be here for the bad stuff too, but I mean, you've got to be here to positive vibes. And if you're just here to stalk, though, that's on you, because karma's a bitch. I used to live in New Jersey, so I know how the winters are like. Yes, it's cold. It's cold. Oh, well, Ellie, you might be all right in our New York winters. Right? But I definitely know, like I said before, being on here and talking with you guys kind of are that support network for me. And I know I am for a bunch of you guys as well. You know, trying to keep it human and keep it open and honest and true to life. Like, yeah. No stalking, but mostly listening as I do chores. Nah, I'm not talking about you, Pam. I know you do. I know that. I got my chores mostly done. I just didn't do my stalls tonight. I'll do my stalls tomorrow. But everybody got fed. Everybody has food and water. That's the most important part in my barn. I love your mom. She's very nice. My mother is awesome. No, Pam, you know the type of people I'm talking about. You know the people I'm talking about. But No, you guys are my support network. You really are. And I appreciate that. I really do. I'm a very that's what counts. They're playing nights, that's all I do. Oh good. Oh good. Because you know what? I sit and I listen to you sometimes when you're like, yeah, we're out in the bar until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, how do you get up the next morning? Like, there's no way. How do you get up the next morning? I can't do it. I'm already like freaking out. Like, how am I going to handle doing my CDL stuff and having to be up there in Buffalo and then having to get up in the morning, and Jim's like, oh, you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, that ain't happening. You want me to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for 5 days in a row? Mm-mm. Nope. No, sir. Nope. That ain't happening.
No, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I am going to figure it out. I'm going to get help. That's what I'm going to get. But, yeah. So, yeah. But I mean, even those of you guys that just listen in and you're willing to just listen and chit chat, or, you know, talk on your side. But I mean, even if you just listen, like, I appreciate that much too. That's still support. Because then I know when I turn around and talk to some of you guys, especially Pam, where I might just hop up at the farm because I have to bring another horse up or whatever in the future. Most of you guys know what's going on, and you only know because you've been on the lives or listening at least what's going on, and it tells me, you know, or if you're in that other circle of chats too. But Ellie asked, how's your buddy Artie doing? He's doing all right. I think he's starting to feel a little bit more uncomfortable. I'll probably give him a butte tomorrow, seeing how he's looking there, Ellie, but he's still eating, and that's the important part. I listen to your barn lives sometimes in the morning. When I'm getting ready for work and in the shower. I can't watch, but I listen in the mornings. Hey, that's okay. Again, appreciate the listen. Well, doctors came in sending her home because her labs came back normal. Well, I mean, that's kind of a good thing, isn't it, Tina? I wouldn't have anyone to socialize with if it weren't for being here. The other half just sits on his laptop, and I can say something and no response. Oh, sorry, Stacy. Hugs. Even no stalls being cleaned, we're in the barn until midnight nearly every night. We don't get up till 8 a.m. though. Oh, okay. Well, I don't feel so bad then. Okay. Good on you, Pam. Get yourself rest in there. I'm the same. Aw, Linda. Linda from Scotland. I love you. Hugs. I miss the lives and Emily isn't on. I'm not on sometimes because I just need to either run through my chores or I've got something going on, and then sometimes I just need me time. Or sometimes I'm dying on the couch because somebody got me sick for whatever reason. It's great. Did we achieve Star Party? Yes, you did. Yes, Mel. Sorry. You guys got Star Party. You absolutely did. Thank you very much for that. I'll do morning feeding, so it's only 6 a.m. wake up for you. Oh, thanks, Tina. No, I do appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Well, of course. Of course. I love listening and sharing. Be so far away on the other side of the world. I have to get 4:30. Oh my gosh, you were talking about early mornings that drive me guys nuts. 5:30, so to be at work at 6, I have to feed my horse and donkey. Oh, God. Frank has definitely come a long way since he looks happier. He is. Ellen's a good listener. Yes, you are. I know there's a bunch of you guys that are on here that are good listeners, and I appreciate it. I really do. I've found doing this with you guys, I am a very insecure person. I might show otherwise. But I know I'm looking for reassurance sometimes. And I did that probably about a week or two ago in a group chat where I was like, you know what, guys, I'm having a lot of paranoia right now, and I'm really sorry. I don't mean it this way, and I don't mean anything personal unless you really are a mole and you're not like helping my whole situation of what's going on. And I just need reassurance because I'm very paranoid and I'm very insecure right now and I'm having a huge trust issue. And everybody was like, hey, no problem. And they showed things that showed me that no, I can trust them. And I appreciated that beyond more than what you guys even realize. You have no idea how much that helped me that day because I was having a really rough day. I was so insecure and I was so paranoid and I know sometimes I come on here and I'm like, oh man, I'm having a moment, you guys, like, and this is what's going on and I don't know if I can handle this and you all are super positive and uplifting and that's so helpful for my getting through the rest of the day because that helps that support network. That is that support network. I mean, you guys are like, no, you're on here and like you're getting through your rough times and you're getting through the shit that you're getting through and I can't imagine being in the spot that you're in and I'm going, I need you guys. I need you guys because you guys are uplifting and help me. You guys are some of my strengths some days, and so, I found that even being here, like you guys are like, no, you're good for us. Well, you're good for me. You guys are good for me, and I appreciate that, and that's huge. I know that I can talk about nearly everything with my little community here with you guys. And I know a bunch of you guys have friended each other and talked and you guys have built webs of people outside of that and that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm so glad that I could help like kind of like develop an area where you guys could all meet and then continue to like build and build and build and build. And then I'm grateful for the internet that way. You're not alone. I'm insecure as well. We all have insecurities. We're human. That's for sure. You did get betrayed big time. You ain't a freaking kidding, Linda. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Majorly. Emily, you could major butt. I appreciate that. Late getting on. Glad you helped out in the barn. Well, thank you, Charmaine. Thank you. By you sharing like you do helps others. It gives the confidence to share with you. And I'm not a sharer. You certainly help. I know. And actually, I had to explain that to my dad yesterday. I think it was Stacy was messaging me and he was like, wow, she really wants to talk to you. And I was like, yeah, she's just checking in on me because I did a live this morning. And, I was like, I was very vulnerable and I was like sharing stuff. And he was like, I don't know why you do that. I don't understand. And I said, Dad, I do it because like it's an outlet for me. Like it allows me to share to the world what's going on. He was like, you shouldn't share to the world what's going on. And I said, Dad, I understand that. Like I definitely understand that way of thinking. Like I said, my dad's conservative sometimes. Love your smile. Ah, oh, thanks. I'm sitting here fidgeting with stuff. And I was like, I understand that, but you know what? No, it helps. It helps me. It helps me get through the day. It helps me get through my shit. And I said, you know what? And a lot of people have come around and thanked me for being honest and open and showing the stuff that I go through because it helps them get through their stuff. It knows that they're not alone in the world. That they're not alone in the bad shit that happens. Like, there's things going on. And it doesn't always, well, there's a certain person who backlashes you for it. Yeah, I know. There's a few probably that don't like it that I do what I do. I don't care. Again, I'm not here to please them. Don't like it? Don't watch it. I don't care. And I said, it shows them that bad shit happens to people too. And it's not just all rainbows and sunshine and butt sprinkles, you know? It's literally the bad stuff happens to everybody. It's just a matter of showing, yeah, this is real life, man. We're actually going through this. Yeah, I have people in my property that won't get out even though they've been told 3 months ago to go. They had no problem like making sure shit didn't happen like they promised. They had no problem walking away with people's money in one form or another. They have no problem with lying and talking about other people behind their backs and making me or whoever else look like the bad person. You know, they have no problem going around and abusing their own animals and like pretending that nothing is wrong. Or, you know, they have no problem with like going out on their $50,000 horse or whatever. This is not talking about Megan. This is totally another person at this point now. You know, going out on a $50,000 horse and going, oh, look, I won everything when they didn't actually do anything to earn it. You know, and stuff like that. No, there are those of us who are small people. We're small time people. I am literally a person living not even a paycheck to paycheck, okay? This is living, surviving day to day here. I'm so poor, it's not even fucking funny. You know, and we're trying to survive. And like I said on Saturday morning, you know, when people ask me how am I doing, I'm surviving. We're surviving. Why do we do this stuff? Why do I go on and sell some of you guys this stuff? Because I can get it and turn around and make a couple of bucks on it. Literally just a couple of bucks most times. To survive. Why am I going through the barn and selling tack that I don't use or need anymore? Like, it'd be great to just build up the conglomeration as much as that one is probably glad that I'm downsizing my tack hoard anyway. You know, why? I can't. We cannot. It's got to go because we're surviving. We're surviving. Did my dad understand? Yeah, he did. Because actually I read a couple of messages that were then actually sent to me very, very like conveniently maybe 60, 90 seconds later. And I read them to him and he was like, oh. And you could just see the wheels turning in Dad's brain about like, okay. I get it. I get it now. Yeah. So yes, I think Dad finally got it. And I think he finally understood that why does Emily come on here and bitch and moan sometimes or just walks to the barn with her phone in her hand showing real life out in the barn? Because I enjoy it and you guys like it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Even though I'm remote, I love seeing your videos. I think about the horses and Bilbo like I have a relationship with them, even though I'm virtual. No, and that's true, Bianca. Absolutely, that's true. I have a couple of people, like Jody the other day on the rescue page asked about doing, you know, can I go show them Bilbo again because their son enjoys him. Sure. Or you have like Debbie Moore, who absolutely loves Mac. She absolutely adores Big Mac. You know, okay, here he is. I don't mind. And some of you guys have a love relationship with Dragon, which I totally understand. I mean, come on here. Who doesn't love Dragon? You know, like, sure. They're my horses. They're your horses. I don't mind sharing. Some of you guys can't have horses. I'll share. This is what I'm doing it. I don't care. I love sharing them. I can often see my own situation in yours and you give me the strength. Well, Nick, that's what I'm here for. Absolutely. I'd rather have less. I don't want the shit handed to me. I prefer to stay humble. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. No, and you're right. You're right. Yep. Stacy and I had that conversation about, you know, you can be on here. You could be on a social media or networking and a live, a page or whatever, and it could be all sunshines and rainbows. Actually, I have a friend like that. We're not really close anymore. And everything on her Facebook page literally looks like it's out of like a Home and Gardens magazine. Everything on her Facebook page looks like Home and Garden magazine. Whether it's her kid, her home, her food, her clothing, everything. It's Home and Garden. And I was like, I know I live a rough life, but I know I know better than that at this point in time with them, especially. But I'm not going to show that. I'll show pretty things here and there, obviously. Like my crocuses are really, really trying to survive. And I'll get a picture tomorrow when the sun comes out again. But I also have flower bulbs sitting in a bag on the front porch that should have been planted in the fall before the ground froze. And I'm hoping that God they bloom. I'm just surviving until a court case hits. I've been surviving for 5 years. It's tough. Don't give up. Don't give up, Christine. I'll be here for you. I told the doctor I don't have a life. I just exist. This is not working because I can't. I'm sorry, Linda. Hugs. Hugs. The kids love hearing Bilbo. Dragon and Bilbo. Aww. I've said that recently. What's the purpose of existing? Because there are people out there who need you. I need you. I do. I need you. I need you here. There is a purpose. Your animals need you here. If you have kids, your kids need you here. If you don't have kids, I can't help you on that one. If you were in the States, I could help ship you Liam or Lily probably for a day, but that's about it. I need you here. Your friends need you here. What's the purpose? I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out, right? I said that on Saturday morning too. What's the purpose? Existing. Surviving. There's going to be a light somewhere. There's going to be a light at the end somewhere. There's got to be. There's got to be something just to see. Just to see. Let's see if Emily's drama ends up fine in the end, right? Let's see what Dragon does this show summer. Let's see what Liam and Lily do this show summer. Let's see if Ellie survives the winter in New York. Let's see. I'll show you. If you just want to see to survive and be a part of just surviving and this helps, okay. I'm not going anywhere. The only way I'm going anywhere is if Facebook shuts me off. If I lose my network connection for whatever reason. Or something happens to me, that's the only way something's gonna happen. But I'll be here. Again, I will be. I'm all about. I'll be here for you if I can, if and when I can, as much as I can. You know, and like I said about Sam, like I dropped off of her face of network life for like a week, and I feel bad about it, but I can't do the voice messages. It's hard to keep up. And like I'll sit tonight and listen to them before I go to bed, and then I'll type out a cryptic long message to her. I'm here. I'll be here for you if that helps. Hand-to-mouth existence for me lately. No more takeout or frivolous Amazon purchases these days. Squeaking by. Yeah, I feel that. Dustin says, I love Dragon. Right? Nick, Honey, and Dragon. When you told me you had a few horses I could ride with you and Tina, I was so excited my weight didn't bother anyone. Ah, see? Find your tribe. Once you start that perfect world image, it has to be kept up. That's true. That's very true. Can you imagine how exhausting it'd be to keep up with that image? No. Nope. 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 Real life. Did you know a long, long time ago you could ship children to the U.S. Postal Service? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Actually, I knew that. I knew that. No. Nope. You are banned. Goodbye. Thank you for being beautiful and pretty, but no. Try Dragons run that show ring, right? Shannon and Helen, I can get your comments. I see you. Yes, we got the troll. We got the troll. We got it. Have told her you are asking about her. Have told her you are asking about. Okay. Ellie is moving east. Yes. Yes. Ellie is moving east, Jane. Ellie is coming to New York. She's going to be moving from Washington to New York. I think she's nuts. But she blames it on me and her horses. So, I guess I started something. So, yeah. Yeah. You guys are my major support network. For sure. I have Jim. I know I have Jim. I know I have Tina. And I know I have Ellie. Yeah, I definitely wasted brain cells and time. I know it. That was stupid. Ellie says Emily and her horses. My horses. I was going to say it's your horses there, Ellie. I have a couple of friends that are non-horse related that I know I can talk to. One is local. One is in Buffalo. Emily's new admin. Got to keep that desk tidy. Ellie might have to we might have to lock us in my office for about a week, and I think Tina and Nicole might have to take care of the barn for about a week. And I'll have to pick it where I'm not driving that week. And go through my office. But that was a whole other conversation with Dad. I'm not going down that tonight. Come on, YouTube. I need you to upload that video. That's probably not going to work. I'm going to have to start it all over. Screw you, YouTube. Control R. Reload. I have 3 Quakers. Quails? 3 quail? Do trolls have brains? I thought they lived under bridges. Nice. Right, Mel? Oh, YouTube. I'm going to have to restart that video. Maybe not. Oh, it's made it set as a draft. Can you post the draft, please? Next. 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 Publish. Thank you. How long is the drive to Buffalo? It is going to be an hour and a half. As long as we're tribe. So, as your tribe, are we going to party on April 3rd? I hope. I hope so, too. I hope so, too. Yeah, so starting March 31st is the first day of classwork for my CDLA training. I have to be there by 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't get out till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I turn around and drive another hour and a half home. And then, so I do that for a week. And then I have a week off. And in that time, I get my permit. I get my DOT physical. I get whatever else they need to be done. And then the week after that, skip week, starts 4 weeks of 8 to 4 driving, truck in the yard, hands-on, backing in the cones. I was signing all my paperwork and watching the guys do that, backing the trailer up and down the lot with the cones. You take the trucks out and you drive them on the roads. And so, yeah, drug and alcohol testing. Totally fine, not a problem. I'm clean anyway. So I do that for 4 weeks, pass the exams, and hopefully come out with the CDL in the end. I turned 40 on April. Planning something? Sure. Back to school time. It's going to be hard just sitting in classroom. Well, I don't know. I've been used to sitting in that frickin' office for so long. I don't think it's going to be an issue. My issue I'm worried about is actually my ADHD and attentive issue kicking in. And so I definitely have to make sure that I take my Adderall every day so that I don't have a attention disorder happen. I really have to make a trip up to see my family. Grandpa is still in Du Bois, Dubois, right? When I do, I'll definitely want to come and say hi, maybe a big hug. Absolutely, Bianca. Or if I hit to Florida finally, I don't know, we'll see when them axles get on my trailer. Maybe when you get home, they'll just be gone. Right? You'll get your CDL. You can do it. I can't reverse the small trailer. I can do the small trailers, obviously. It's not that bad. Nah, it'll be fine. Just fine. I'm multitasking right now. Just a second. I'm trying to save my videos. I don't want Facebook to delete my shit. That was an afternoon chat update. Okay, so then when we upload that to the YouTube. So yeah. They're actually harder than a large trailer. Yeah, actually they are. Small trailers, the problem with the small trailers is they pivot too fast. That I hated, while I so appreciate we got to borrow a trailer from my friend, I hated that trailer. Because when you're backing it up, it's like, whoop, and I was like, no! Can't you just like do a nice slow turn? Which is what the semi-trailers do. And the longer goosenecks are longer trailers. Brett's trailer's nice. Brett's 36, 34, 36 footer. That thing's like easy to back up, honestly, because you can go slow and you make little small movements with your truck and the trailer just kind of like slowly. If you can back a small trailer, the 40 and 52 footers are a breeze. Exactly. I have 4 meters by 3 meter aviaries in my back garden. Nice. If Emily and I go on a road trip, I'll drive forward, but I have to back up, right? I can't even park my Highlander straight. I would have to go a complete circle. I know a lot of people that have to make sure they have loop arounds or circles and stuff like that. I mean, there's been people that just pull up alongside the driveway because they can't back it in. They don't want to risk getting it back out. And I was like, I could back it out for you. That's not a big deal. Nope. I was like, okay, fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna. To each their own, right? So. Well. I've done nothing but express my love to you guys tonight. I don't know. I'm starting to collapse. My brain's starting to be done. But, can't back up for anything. It's not that hard. It's not that, I get it. It's probably a spatial thing. Spatial awareness thing some days. You know, you can't see it, you can't watch it, you can't just quite get it to go where you need it to go, and so therefore you're just like, done. I feel that. You doing a morning live tomorrow, or can I sleep in? Sleep in, Ellie. I know, I'm starting to drift. It makes me feel even better. You're not alone, Linda. No, I've had so many people I've had to back out of my driveway. Everybody needs to be loved. Thank you. Well, I thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I do. You all rock. And then I appreciate the support and the love that comes through and all. And I really wish you all nothing but the best for everything. Heck, I can't even back my jet up a street. Do you believe we choose our lives before birth? No. No, I really don't. I do believe that we have previous lives. I believe that we get to choose if we want to come back. But I don't believe that we choose what we deal with. I think that part's the gamble. I don't. Aw, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, I don't think we get to choose. I can teach him, Megan. Backing up's easy. I think that, like I said, I think we get to choose to come back one way or the other. And I think we take that risk of when we come back that we take the gamble of what we're gonna end up going through. Lynn's watching. Oh, thank you. Sending virtual love and hugs. Wishing you success getting your CDLs. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Kathy. You guys are awesome. Yeah, because I don't think I would have chose this either. I believe we choose lives before birth. We just forget how difficult being Earthside is when we write our story. That's fair, Amy. I could see that. Hey, Valerie. How are you feeling? I think, yeah, I definitely think we get to choose to come back, but I think we definitely forget what we've gone through before. Maybe it's possible. If we did choose, I'm moving because of the comment. If we did choose lives we feel we need to experience, such as being poor or overweight, or maybe rich or in illness to gain experience, I could see that. Kind of having that experience of one lifetime with another in comparison. Oh, skinny in this life. Let's be heavy this one. 2 a.m. here, no brain cells left. Wish you all a good night. Good night, Leslie. You did, Valerie, but you caught the end of it. Because Emily is fading fast. I believe we choose general goals to work on something to grow our soul. Yeah. Yeah. Booma, 2 a.m. Miss me paranormal progress. Watching the chase. Love you, my family, and my 2 cats. Aww. Hugs to you all, Valerie and Mel. Thank you. So, if that's the case, I'm having way too many experiences in this one life. Same. Freaking same. Oh my gosh. Yes. Can we just slow down? Slow down, please. My dad and I stopped to visit a college friend of his yesterday when we were going to We Are With You No Matter What You Do. We love and carry you. Aw, hugs. Thank you. Stopped and visited a college friend yesterday when we were on our way because the Axels were literally 2 miles from his friend's house. And it's an old college buddy. They don't get to see each other all the time. And I would love more confidence. I'm okay, but in person I'm insecure. Same. We need to do a paranormal live sometime. Well, Stacy, I want to come do your aunt's house. I want to come do that. That'd be awesome. We should do another paranormal live about stories and stuff. Yes. I have another spiritual thing I could do this week. That's only if people are okay with it. It is non-Christian spiritual. I'll put a disclaimer up for that. But shoot. Right, college friend. And I was gonna get my over-the-road CDLA in Orlando, but they ruined it for me. Being the only female, came back to this toilet state, got my CDLB in a bus. Now I'm broken. I'm sorry. I'd be down for Paranormal Live, right? So we go into his house and we're sitting there and we're talking with him, and Dad is like, yeah, well, what do you do? And he was like, oh, whatever. And it's like, they have no animals except for a new cat, no kids to worry about, no farm to worry about, no like major bills to worry about, no like projects, no like other things. And I was like, I don't know what it's like to be bored. I literally don't know what it's like to be bored. Like, I've never had that. I don't know what that's like. So, like, in my next lifetime, can I be bored, please? Like, because this is too busy. This is too busy. The castle has 3 floors and a small area where the bell is. It's very creepy. We should do it. I had a spiritualist in last October. My mom's here. My second cat is here. My idiot brother showed himself. Oh, jeez. That sounds cool. Paranormal Live, right? Bianca, did I get your box out? I believe that your box is packed, taped shut, labeled, and sitting in my mudroom ready to go to the post office. So yes, it's out almost. I have a small stack sitting here that I'll be going through. I just did 3 invoices for a lady that I have to do a 4th invoice for because I forgot stuff. It was very thankful or very understanding. Thank you very much. And then I'll be packing your box because, yes, packing your box because you gotta get yours out too. I'm getting through it all. It's a lot. So yes. Yes, your box is on the way. Oh, shoot. Yes. I had a thought. And then I took care of said thought. So. All right. I love you all. I am fading. But now you guys know where you stand with me. Mine, Ellen, I have not gotten yours out yet. Yours is actually right here. I was actually going to get ready to pack it. If not tonight, it's going to happen tomorrow. I had the stack. I pulled the stack together. I'm like, okay, we're going to check the invoices and we're going to pack it. Do you have energy? Nope. Brain's going. So it will happen tomorrow for sure. Yep. I had a paranormal experience after I bought an old antique iron bed. Yeah. I can imagine that. Mary. Go to sleep. I think I am. You're still strong. Well, you've got me beat, Mel. I've yawned probably like 4 times already tonight. I'm tired. Plan for tomorrow, though. Mine is on the porch. Yours is on the porch? Is mine on the porch? Yours is Sue Fitz. That's Mary's. Sue, I think yours... Let me check my pirate ship. Okay, this is who is on my mudroom. Get a good night's sleep. I will. That's not all of it. No, I know it's not, Ellen. I know. That's why I need to make sure I get everything packed. Don't worry. I know. I have Mary Dillon, Elisa's, Rhonda's, Jean's, Darlene's, Tasha's, Christine's, Dee's, Corinne's is delivered. Okay, those ones are sitting in my mudroom ready to go out. And Bianca's not on here, but I know I did it. I think you're a later sticker because I had to wait for something and then I baxed it up afterwards. Where did I get my shirt? At Churchill Downs. Corinne's is delivered. Denise Mosslander's is in shipment. Anisha's delivered. Stacy's is in transit. Genevieve's is in transit. Leslie's is in transit. Devin's is delivered. Penelope's in transit. Lynn's has got hers. Lori, one of Lori's I shipped has got hers. Oh, those are older. Christine Johnson, I think yours. Susan Gardner's is in transit. Christine, looks like you got yours. You must have got yours. What happened to the horseshoes? I'm waiting on the company to text me back. I'm messaging them tonight. I had that thought too. Yeah, it says delivered. I had that thought tonight too. I was like, they still owe me horseshoes. So I'm going to message them and be like, hey, come on. Get my shit together. Mine's still on the shelf. Yes, it is, Ellie. I'm working on it. Oh, good. When this one's delivered, I can finally share what I put in those boxes for the month. I still have to catch up on mine. Yes. Yeah, so this shirt is 2011 Breeders' Cup Championship shirt when I'm on the... I got one. I'm still waiting more stuff. So on your porch? Yes. Yes, Christine, it is. It's at the post office for me to pick up tomorrow. Yay! Yep. Everything's going out. It's all going out. So, I'm here. I'm not. I'm fading. A couple of people owe me addresses still. A couple of people still have to pay for theirs. I still have to pack up some. We're still printing some. And you're potting more peppers. I need to get my seeds started. I'm not even close. Yes. Good night, Mary. I told Paul I'd love a big small box and a big box for you for my birthday in April. Nice. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Okay, fine. All right, you guys. Well, thanks very much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. It'll be like a fresh air for you once all the stuff gets out. Yes, it will. Well, I'm going to attempt to get everything out this week so I can aim for all new, clean, fresh sale boxes on Friday. That's the plan. So I'm still on the shelf. Yours is actually in this pile right here to handle right away, Pat. So yours will be going out tomorrow for sure. So, all right. Yes, I'm crashing. You all are telling me to leave. So I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. If you're sitting on this stack over here, you'll be going out tomorrow as well. I will be doing morning chores. Dad and I are going to go get the boards for the arena and more sawdust. And then as long as I don't need to be out in the barn right away, I'm going to work on this stuff, get boxes to the post office, and yes. So, all right. I love you all. Thank you very much. I hope at least tonight helped some of you. And much, much appreciated. So, good night.